Today on Growing Idaho, we're looking at the growth in the town where I grew up, Meridian. When my family moved just outside Meridian in 1990, it was a small farm town of 10,000 people with two places to eat, the Copper Kettle and the Hungry Onion Burger. Today, it's home to more than 125,000 people, tons of new neighborhoods and businesses, and it is now the state's second largest city. I talked to Mayor Robert Simison about the town being the epicenter for growth in the state and why he says many folks are actually loving all the growth. There's an old saying that the only constant is change. That's certainly the case in Meridian, one of the fastest growing cities in the entire country. Trying to keep up with all that growth is Mayor Robert Simison.
Different people have different viewpoints.
He says plenty of people, especially newer transplants, downright hate the growth. But he also says people who have lived in Meridian for decades see the upside.
No one is complaining about the new jobs that have been created. No one is complaining about the new restaurants to go eat at. No one is complaining about the new retail establishments to shop in.
Mayor Simison says that's thanks to a business-friendly environment.
If we can stay focused on the things that we can control, which is really making the development process work, not putting up barriers or obstacles, then we can allow those businesses to want to come to Meridian.
But with more people and businesses comes the biggest complaint Simison hears about.
Traffic remains a challenge in Meridian. It's always been that way since I've been with the city.
The main roads in Meridian, like Chinden Boulevard, South Meridian Road, and Eagle Road, are all state highways managed by the Idaho Transportation Department, while the other roads are managed by the Ada County Highway District. So Simison cannot manage any roads in Meridian to try to help traffic, but he can help fund ITD and ACHD road projects like the Linder and Locust Grove overpasses. He can also require all these new developments to chip in.
So it's actually been private development which has funded Chinden Boulevard's improvements. It's been private development that's done the third lane on Eagle Road. And so by working with our development community, we actually see road improvements happening in Meridian. And those typically happen when projects come in for approval.
And if you know anything about growth anywhere in this area, you know we are running out of room. So the mayor wants to continue to invest in downtown and also increase density. Density can be a scary word for a lot of folks, but Simison says this density is focused.
Density is determined by our comprehensive plan, and that really kind of outlined where we want to see density. And for the most part, those are along corridors which are meant to be transportation corridors. Overland, Franklin, Eagle Road, that's where the density in Meridian is really designed to be.
He says that will help maintain and even expand green space like they're doing with Discovery Park. Another huge worry for folks in Meridian in the midst of all this growth is that crime rates will spike. That's actually not been the case for Meridian or really even Idaho as a whole. So Simison wants to hold on to that by continuing to invest in fire and police, as he did by putting school resource officers in West Ada elementary schools.
And if you put all that together, in 20 years, hopefully you've created that community that's safe, that still holds on to our past.
I know what you're thinking. All that sounds great, but how is Meridian paying for all of this? As you might have expected, mostly with property taxes. And next week, you're going to hear why the mayor says there are some unique challenges with property taxes in Meridian and really all across Idaho.